Yo, Brooks, how you doing?
Good, good,
Okay,
good.
that's a terrible intro. Start over. Don't just blooper. Okay. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Abrazo Football Podcast. Brooks and Blaine, as per usual. Brooks, my man, how are you doing today?
Good, good to see you. I feel like it's been so long.
It's been a little while, man. What's new? What's been going on with you?
Just loving life with the baby. It's
Got a
amazing.
baby. Got a brand new baby. Congratulations to the new father.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the mother.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the newborn baby boy. Good health,
He can hear.
smiling. He
Yeah.
can hear, two working ears, be able to use AirPods later on in his life. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
He's a good looking kid. The baby supermodel, as Kaylee would call him. He was hitting the looks.
That's
So yeah,
funny.
we can't
Yeah, I mean,
wait to
obviously we
meet.
think he's beautiful, but yeah, we just love him. He's just fun. He's fun having him around. So nice. Something I've wanted for a really long time. So really happy to have him. We feel really lucky and blessed and grateful. So yeah.
You are blessed. You are lucky for sure. All right, man. Well, we don't have that much time today, so let's jump straight into the
All
football. So
right.
first things first, biggest news in the football world we have to talk about. There's a few things we have to talk about actually, but first things first, Mr. Mbappe has made it official. He is leaving, or at least not renewing his contract in Paris when it expires this June. What are your thoughts on this?
I kind of feel like how I feel about Everton. At this point, I'm like Everton, just get relegated. I don't want to see. I don't care about in these last 2 weeks of the season. You're scrapping for points and you barely make it to stay above the table. Like I'm just it's the same thing about Mbappe. I'm like just leave. Just at this point, just you know cut their losses or whatever. Get out of here. It's the same thing every season. So I'm happy for him because it's obviously what he's wanted for a really long time is to actually leave, and he's staying because he's just I don't know. He does love the club, but he's just not ambitious enough. Like they just can't get it across the line. I don't think that's his fault. I don't really know, but I mean, he's obviously going to go somewhere where he's wanted to go since he was a little boy. So just do it. Just get out of there.
Yeah.
You think he'll end
So
up
you
in
think he's
Madrid?
actually going to leave then?
Yeah.
You don't think okay.
No, I don't. I think that the saga is over. I think that it's like he's dragged it out long enough. I think that he would knows that if he were to do this again, us those fans, he's seen the Parisian fans turn before, like on Neymar, on Messi, a little bit on him here and there. But if he were to do it again, especially with the Olympics coming up, it's just like, dude, get out of here. We don't need this.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless, like yeah, I mean like I feel like if he were to go back and say I'm staying, he would just have to say I'm staying here for the rest of my career.
Yeah, yeah. Sign a lifelong
No more back
contract,
and forth. I've
something.
signed a 10-year contract.
Yeah,
I'm here until I'm 35 or
yeah,
however old. But I'm with you. I think he's actually going to leave this time, and he'll go. I mean, he has to be Real Madrid. I saw a post where it said he like Arsenal, Liverpool are all
yeah.
interested, but I feel like if he wanted to prove that he's the best in the world, he could come to the Premier League. He could go to Arsenal or Liverpool and like win a title in Champions Leagues with them. I feel like that would say more, or that would be a bigger accomplishment than going to Real Madrid. That's already stacked. Like Real Madrid's already dominant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and what they're doing works so well for them. And I'm not saying that well they can't get into the Madrid squad, but what they're doing just works so well for them that it's almost like will he throw that balance off? But I mean, he's too good of a player that you don't pass up on a player like that when he wants. But
Yeah,
I would like even Julian Laurent's a big Arsenal and PSG fan was on Sky today, and he was like, "Yeah, Arsenal want him obviously," and then Arteta came out and said, "Yeah, when a player of that talent is available, you want to be in the conversation, but." Obviously, I don't think Liverpool would be a go-to just because Klopp is leaving. Arsenal, I mean, no one really knows their finances truly, especially to be a free transfer. So the interesting thing is, it's obviously public that Madrid can't give him as much as they were giving him. What was it last or 2 seasons ago? So
yeah,
he's taking a pay cut anywhere he goes anyway. Which obviously everybody wants to make as much money as possible, but for him, it's he's been making quite a bit of money the last few years through Paris, but I don't know. I think if I were him, yeah, like I don't know, Madrid really isn't in the biggest need of my services. You look at like an Arsenal or let's just say Liverpool or really any of these big clubs in England, aside from Man City, they would really benefit from him. You know, obviously Madrid would too, but it's not like Vinny's trash. You know, it's not like anybody would
No,
want to take either of those two guys. So yeah, I think I would prefer to see him. Obviously, I prefer to see him at Arsenal, but I just don't think that's going to happen. At least not yet.
no, I think he's like if I'm advising him on his career, like go to Madrid. It's a sure thing. You're at least gonna win La Liga titles.
Yeah,
Barcelona's in shambles. Atletico Madrid is in shambles. You're like Girona is respectable, but you saw what happened to them last time you played.
yeah,
Um, they're not in shambles, but like I would go to Real Madrid for
yeah.
sure. But I guess we'll watch the space. We'll see what happens. Nothing's official. Besides that, he said that he's leaving. He could turn around and go back. You never know. But I'm with you. He's probably going to sign for Madrid, and we'll
He's gonna sign for
probably.
Madrid,
But he
and
probably will.
yeah, the only reason that like, I mean, obviously Arsenal are coming back to what they used to be, but the reason that like I have a little bit of hope, little bit of hope, is because he has kind of said something about that, but also like we've had Arsenal has such a big French presence in the last 25 years because of like Arsene Wenger and all the French guys that he brought in. So a lot of these younger French kids like William Saliba grew up watching them and idolizing them,
Yeah.
and Thierry Henry or whatever. So, and I don't know, Thierry Henry is a if this he's coaching the Olympic squad, which Mbappe's supposed to be playing on. So maybe we just have a little bit of
Allegedly.
he just gives him a little nudge toward East or toward North London. But yeah, I think he's going to Madrid, which is good for him.
Okay.
He'll win stuff.
Okay. Well, moving on. So this is just one thing I just wanted to mention real quick, and we're almost out of time. So Xabi Alonso, right? Jurgen Klopp's leaving Liverpool. Xabi Alonso's humiliating everybody else in Germany right now. Embarrassed Bayern Munich in the league. And Bayern Munich again embarrassed in the Champions League. Had a howler, as the kids say. Is Harry Kane cursed? That's what I'm getting at right here. Is Harry Kane a cursed man? He comes. Let me remind everybody. He comes into Germany early, gets the transfer done early so he can participate in the German Super Cup against Bayern, or not, excuse me, he's on Bayern, against RB Leipzig. They lose. Danny almost scores a hat trick, and they do not win the Super Cup. RB Leipzig wins the Super Cup, and now Leverkusen is at the top of the table, and Bayern Munich look like they could possibly be crashing out of the Champions League. Brooks, I just want you to tell me, is Harry Kane cursed?
No, because I think a curse is personal. He's still performing. He's still getting that Skechers money. Um, I'm just really happy to see this. Like this is one reason that I just haven't wanted to watch German football for so long, just because it's been Bayern Munich for like, man, 12, 15 years. It's just been so annoying and boring to watch it. So, I mean, you look at Italy, Italy's now getting exciting again. Now, to that point, Lazio is not going to beat them again in the second leg. But I mean, in my opinion, but
They might.
I
They
guess we'll
might.
revisit this question. Ask me again if Harry Kane is cursed, if Lazio do beat them in both legs, because then I might have to say yes. But Xabi Alonso is just that good. Granit Xhaka's that man. So, he went to Germany just for this one sole purpose of keeping
Single
Harry
handedly.
Kane
Yep.
from.
I I I am I hope they can pull it off.
It would be funny. It would be sad for him, but it would be. I would smile. I'll have a little smile if they sort of get
Okay.
if they weren't to win it anything.
Okay, switch subjects real quick. Two more topics and I gotta go. I apologize. Arsenal. They're building some momentum, right? This club you and my father love so much. They're building up some momentum. We're about almost what are we? Are we halfway through the season yet at
Yeah, I
this
think we are
point?
now. Isn't it
Just
20?
about games. Oh wow, we're beyond halfway.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we are. Okay, so how are you feeling? Arsenal third in the table. How do you feel? What are their chances looking like? They gonna win anything this year?
I mean, what has to happen is Man City needs to start falling apart, and they don't. They're starting to ramp up too. That's the problem. Man City, they do this. They kind of go in and out, and then they start on the upswing till the rest of the season ends. And they could definitely do that again, but it feels a little bit different this year. I honestly don't know. I mean, I think that they look good. They're stronger than they were last year, but they just haven't played as well until recently. Turn of 2024 is when they really started to put things together. So if they can hold on to this form, yeah, I think that they'll win something. It's just that being an Arsenal fan for so long, I see them not. I see them having some sort of capitulation or some meltdown come April or May.
You're probably right. I mean, also, I
But I
mean,
don't
like
want
you
to
said,
think that
cities
way. But
heated
it's
up.
just, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, even if they don't have a mess up, like let's just assume they play perfect from here on out. City's also probably going
yeah,
to play perfect from here on out.
yeah.
Could they beat them on the goal difference? They're even right now. Like Liverpool isn't like it's going to be between Arsenal and Man City. I don't
I
think
think that
Liverpool
too.
has
Yeah, I think
enough
that
to
too.
go the distance. Like they're holding on by a thread. Klopp is out. Like it's nice to think, oh yeah, we're gonna play hard and we're gonna get one more trophy for the boss. But in reality, it's like
Yeah, I don't
the
think so.
club is yeah that's hard to do. Even though the players would have known, but like mentally,
Arsenal couldn't
it's a
even get it
lot.
done when Wenger left. They, didn't even make Champions League that season. So the other thing that I want to say is that Arsenal, the last few games of their season, I think are pretty tough. It's like the last 4 weeks, I think they have like United, Tottenham, and maybe Chelsea in there somewhere. So, knowing how Arsenal can kind of have a bit of a meltdown late in the season, or at least how they did last season, these are
Yeah,
not the teams you want to be looking at when you have that in the back of your head. Not that, I think that Arsenal are a way better team than all of those teams I just mentioned, but still, mentally, who knows what's going to happen. But I don't know. They're
yeah.
still in
Well, here
Champions League. They look good in Champions League. They're against Porto, right? Or Sporting. Was it Porto or
no
Sporting? Porto. So I think that,
Porto
the
Dragons.
table kind of set up in their favor for Champions League too, as long as I know something they got to get a little bit of luck on their side. But it's possible. It's possible. But I would think that they have a better chance of
Anything's
winning Premier
possible in
League.
the Champions League.
Yeah, yeah. Those nice green jerseys hopefully bring them some luck.
Okay. Well, that just about does it. One last topic, and then we really got to go. Just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. Major League Soccer here on this side of the pond, America, kicks off this week. Brooks, your boy Messi, Inter Miami is playing our very own Real Salt Lake down in I don't even know what the stadium's called in Miami. If I'm being completely honest with you, but that's the first game of the season. Let me get one more prediction from you. Is Messi going to win the MLS title this season? He won the made up cup last year when he came in. They made the cup just for him. He won it. I'm not throwing shade. They did the same thing for LeBron James in the NBA. You got to give the goats, you at the top. You got to give them a reason to be celebrated. I'm okay with that. I'm on board with that. But now it's showtime. Is he going to win the MLS title, or does it even matter?
I don't even follow that league enough to know who's good, so I'm just gonna
But
assume.
neither do I. Neither
Okay,
do I.
I'm gonna say no, but I think that they'll make the playoffs this season because they didn't make the playoffs last year, right?
No.
So I think they'll make the playoffs this season, obviously, but win the cup. I mean, let me just say, yeah, yeah, they'll win it. They'll win it.
Okay.
They'll win it.
Let me run one more last thing by you because I'm so evil. Uh, did you see? I think it was a couple weeks ago. We had talked. Um, there was an exhibition match between El Nassar
Yeah,
and Inter Miami. People, so I think that like Ronaldo had said in the news that people were like, "Is Major League better than the Saudi Pro League, or is the Saudi Pro League better?" And then they played. So I wanted to get a sound bite. I guess you don't care about Major League Soccer though, so you're not the right person to ask. I think it wouldn't be controversial if you were to say that the Saudi Pro League is better. But I'm curious
I
to
mean, he
hear
even
what you
said that they're better
think.
in the French league,
Well,
but
I don't
I
know.
just,
I mean, I saw PSG beat them, but PSG is
yeah.
like a top 10 squad.
I would say I would imagine I think personally, like, I don't watch either of those leagues that much. Obviously I watched more MLS this season just because of Messi. I think I watched like 2 games, but I'm gonna say MLS is better just because I do think it's been around. I mean, at least I don't know, like they don't throw money willy-nilly like they do in Saudi
Okay, let me
Arabia.
rephrase. Not better,
Okay.
not a better product. Which teams are like better at playing the game? Because yeah, I'll tell you, Major League Soccer. In my opinion, I'd rather watch MLS than the
Yeah.
Saudi Pro League.
I
Like,
would say MLS. I just think that I mean I think that it's one of those things again we've talked about this before like kind of what happens in China people go there and then they realize oh this is not it. Rarely does that happen in MLS. They know what they're going there for, though. They know it's like, oh yeah, I'm going for some money. I'm going for the finish out the last couple of years of my career. I know what I'm getting at, and they even have like these coaches that go there and these players that go there stay a little bit longer. Like you have a very good coach at Inter Miami right now. You have players that go and into the MLS and they end up staying a little bit longer than a lot of these players are doing. You look at Jordan Henderson, for example. Already, a lot of these players are talking about leaving the league. You see what's his name, Dos Santos, that's left the league. He came back to the Premier League. I don't know that I just don't. I guess I don't take. I don't. I don't take MLS super seriously, but I guess I take the Saudi Premier League even less seriously than MLS. So I would give it to MLS personally.
Okay, so so I agree with all of that. I
Okay.
wouldn't want to play in the Saudi Pro League, but I think if you took the best five teams from the Saudi Pro League and played them against the best five teams in Major League Soccer, I personally think that the Saudi Pro League would win more games. But that's just because they spent more money on more players. But if I'm a
Yeah.
player, I would. I mean, I feel like it's not even close. Would I rather live in Miami, New York, Chicago, pretty much any major city in America? I would rather live in than anywhere in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I don't even think that's close. Like it's not even close. Like I
Yeah.
would rather live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'd rather live where RSL than live in Saudi Arabia. And then yeah, it's like as far as a product, like yeah, like it's not even close. But talent wise, just because they can spend more money, like I feel like whatever team Riyad Mahrez is playing on is stacked. Like
Yeah.
my
Like yeah.
but that's all. But that's it. But long term,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, I don't even like Major League Soccer like that. I'm just yeah. There's yeah.
And
Like
when you got Riyad
or
Mahrez, you
even
got
that.
Sadio Mane, you got Neymar and Ronaldo, and yeah, I mean, when you plug that much money in, people are going to come over and you're going to get some good talent. So yeah, MLS
But
can't
also,
compete
I
in
feel
that
like some
regard.
people aren't getting paid. But also, I feel like some people aren't getting paid.
Yeah, well,
They
yeah.
shouldn't have went. They shouldn't have went. Anyway, okay. All right. Well, we'll be back. We'll be back in a couple of days. But everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. Sorry for the. Have we not? Have we really not recorded? Is this our first time recording this year?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, we'll see you guys in a couple of days then.